And of course, JFF President Ricketts was speaking with Dion Jackson Miller on Beyond the Headlines on Radio Jamaica earlier. Meanwhile, with the Reggae Boyz campaign sheepishly coming to an end on Wednesday evening, fingers have been pointed at the JFF and the government for their part in the failed pursuit, despite a round of matches still to be played. Jerome Foster picks up that angle.
They say to whom much is given, much is expected. And Jamaica's football fans were buoyant and optimistic about the team finding themselves at football's promised land for the first time in 24 years based on the pool of players available for selection prior to the start of the campaign. The wheels started falling off that train as early as the second game when the boys were walloped 3-0 at home by Panama, their worst defeat in World Cup qualification history at the National Stadium. COVID-19 played its part as well, with a small number of fans permitted for only one of their 5 home games so far, the fewest of all the teams in the region. Sports Minister Olivia Grange understands the value of the 12th man, but argues that Wednesday's loss was not down to their absence.
I think they played well. There were some moments that they missed, but I don't think it had anything to do with having spectators or not having spectators.
JFF President Michael Ricketts, who is under pressure on and off the football field, believes the administration is far off from the rest of the region in terms of support when pressed if he would step aside following the poor showing of the team.
Absolutely not. We have only qualified for a global tournament at the senior level once. I think that this federation has done well. We have qualified the girls, and we're looking to do so again. But people need to understand how limited our resources are. You need to look around CONCACAF and see the level of support that these countries would have gotten. I mean, we are virtually on our own.
But in the Jamaican context, the minister differs.
That is absolutely not true. We've always supported the Jamaica Football Federation in all their programs, and we have given them maximum support. In fact, they've had more support than any other sport in Jamaica.
Government advisor and former national player Ali McNabb was more stinging about where things went awry.
You're talking about spectators. I don't believe spectators would have made much of a difference. We had an inept team with inept leadership, with inept coaching. So the campaign never had a chance because it didn't do its preparation leading into. And there may be reasons for that. But the obvious thing is that we were not prepared for the campaign as we should.
Seeing things after the fact normally clears illusion, and Ricketts feels swifter action on Theodore Whitmore's tenure could have salvaged things.
In the hindsight, and this 2020 vision is in hindsight, we probably could have done that a little bit earlier, but that is because we can now look behind and see exactly what would have transpired thereafter.
The limping campaign closes out in March, and with all the bumps experienced so far, fans and stakeholders might be happy the turbulent experience is going to be over. Jerome Foster, TVJ Sports.